Welcome back to
Potter.
Soul's Enlightenment with
Coke,
Vera
Coke.
and Chrissy.
And it's not, what did I say it was? Welcome back, Potter. It's Potter.
Exactly. Well, this is going to be...
We've been gone for a while.
Yeah, I know we have, and it feels so great to be back.
Yes.
We are very excited to be back on the airwaves, and tonight it is very dark outside. It's a dark and stormy night.
And it's freezing cold.
Yes, freezing cold. Perfect evening for us to be discussing ghosts. So let's jump on in.
We should have that little music.
Yes. I
wonder if they have that.
I'm having that Don't Talk About Bruno song come up in my mind. Okay.
We don't talk about Bruno.
No. All right. So tonight we're going to be discussing this really interesting account that we have from one of our fabulous friends in our soul tribe. And his name is Zeri. And Zeri and his mom.
She's very pretty.
Yes, she is. Isn't she adorable? She has this cape she's wearing. This is from 1986. She really loved Sylvia Brown, who is actually our former employer.
Right.
And Sylvia was a psychic as well. But yeah, so it's so fascinating that her son, Zeri, is fascinated completely with the information that you have given him. So it's kind of like he follows, in a sense, in his mom's tracks of being interested.
Well, he's as intuitive as she is.
Yeah. So he's very interested in the paranormal and, the spiritual aspect of life and his experiences. So the information you gave him, Vera, about his I believe it was his past life and his dream, has really resonated with him.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Well, he loved Angus. He bought a picture of Angus, and
who could not love Angus?
And then you had gotten that he was with Angus in his Scottish Highlands.
Life.
That's what I'm trying to say. In the Scottish Highlands. Wait, I have to do this.
So he was in life with us?
Thank you. Yay. Now I can talk again. Yes, that's what you had gotten. And what was really cool is that the picture of Angus literally fell off the wall by itself. I mean, it was hooked up there really well, and it fell off the bed. I mean, it fell off the wall near his bed by itself when he was, I think, thinking about him or something like that. So it was pretty cool. He feels very connected to Angus.
So then he knew Kirk back then.
Yes, no wonder he loves Kirk.
He knew us. It was like so interesting.
No wonder. Yeah. And so Zeri, for all of you who do not know, he was our neighbor. He was a neighbor to Kirk and I, and he just really liked my brother a lot. So no wonder. Yeah. So cool. Anyway, so I'm gonna go.
And then
ahead.
Plus, I really love Zeri because he's Tucson born.
Yes, just like you in Arizona. So so Zeri was sharing some information from his mother's journal, and he has her permission. She's on the other side.
That's right.
But she just seems like a fabulous, fabulous soul.
You know what's so weird right now? I can picture her doing this.
Oh, so she's loving it.
Oh, you guys can't see what I did. Like I put my hands on under my chin, and she's just waiting to see what we're going to say.
Oh, that's cute.
As if she doesn't know, but
right. That's cute. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read. This is from a trip that they took to London, and her name is Barbara. She was also known as Joan or BJ because that was her name, right? Barbara Joan. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read this. It was the dead of winter, December 1986 in London. Zeri and I have rented an old English domicile, 6 blocks from Underground Transit in London. It is a very livable 3-bedroom, 2-story abode. We both had to have a house as decent as possible. Well, I was looking at you because I wasn't sure if I said that word right. And I'm like, I hope I said that right. Okay. So
I went somewhere else, so I
yeah.
didn't hear it.
So we both had to have that house as a house as decent as possible, though we didn't know anything about the neighborhood
Mhm.
or the house. Zeri, on his music business, brought me with him, and I am ecstatic. We have arrived in London. I have a strong sense of living here in a former life.
Mm. Mhm.
I want to stop there for a moment. Are you picking up on something?
Well, it's like she was also in a war in England, but not World War II.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I don't know if they were in World War. I'm so bad about history, but there was a war she was involved in. But she was a nurse.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. And you know what was so interesting? Because whenever I saw her picture and how that was kind of like,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh. Wow. That was
yeah,
like the out or
their
the
their cape.
uniform.
Yeah, a cape.
Yeah.
It was a cape.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so neat. No
But
wonder she
such
resonates.
bravery. This woman was very brave.
I'm getting the
Yeah.
chills
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, let's see what else she says here. Zeri rented a car, but was a wreck driving from the right side of a British automobile from
Mhm.
Heathrow Airport, 37 miles to her home in South London. I had the car rental picked up this morning. Zeri has allowed me to select the lounge as my bedroom in this aged brick home. It seems to be the warmest room. My very first night, I had been awakened at approximately 2:30 in the morning, hearing scratching like something dragging on the floor and clicking like suitcase latches
Mhm.
closing.
Because
I
that's where he put her. The little girl.
Oh, that's
The
sad.
father.
In that lounge.
Mhm.
Oh. Okay, well, I'll keep
Well,
going
whatever it was that
because
where she heard it in the lounge,
oh,
but it wasn't
I
in the
see.
lounge. Yeah.
Got you. I'm a realist and try to make sense out of such sounds. I went into the hallway and I heard the noise of water running on the walls loud enough that I hunted for it unsuccessfully.
Mhm.
This second night,
That's the water that was because yeah, I think
oh,
the house where the little girl died had burned down, but they rebuilt on top
I
on another
wow.
house.
So the
Yeah.
water
So
was
that's why the bombs were hit, involved in that kind of situation. The little girl was way before World War II.
I
Mhm.
see. But the water was putting
Mhm.
out the fire
Fire
when she was
was
killed.
mhm.
Okay. All right.
He was trying to get rid of evidence.
Oh, okay. Um, the second night, I am awakened by heavily scented perfume, so sweet it invaded my sleep. This same night, Zeri related to me he heard a woman whimpering and moaning in discomfort,
Mhm.
followed by a noise like a vacuum cleaner coming from another floor above. There is no other floor.
Above.
But maybe there was
Yeah.
before the
Yeah.
bombs or
Right.
whatever.
Mhm.
I see. Wow.
And the
Over.
whimpering was the little girl. But it
Oh.
sounded like a woman, but it was the little girl
Mm,
whimpering because of what she had to go through.
right. Over tea this morning, we have compared accountings. Zeri says he is unsettled in his sleep, but has managed to laugh off what feels to be paranormal activity. I told him nothing is going to spoil our time in London together. This morning, I have decided to change my sleeping quarters to his room with a fireplace, and partly for reassurances about the noises that I heard. I know something is going on here. I stay awake until 5 a.m. until hearing the milkman delivering bottles in the neighborhood. Wow. In following days, there have been pungent odors of
See
smoke
fire?
without evidence of fire, and rattling of windows late at night for our company. Ice cold rooms, electric heaters cannot thaw. Voices from nowhere, ethereal forms on our ceiling. I felt something touching my shoulder. I looked over. Zeri was asleep.
Mhm.
Zeri downstairs, retrieving something, startled, entering our room, announced a young female voice was heard following him up the stairs, saying hello, and he could hear her footsteps
Mhm.
behind him, though not
She
physically
was really
there.
excited that someone that would
Oh,
have the bright lights that they both are, that
oh,
she knew she could communicate with them.
that is so
Mhm.
neat. Sometimes I find things are done for me. A plastic soap dish I dropped
Mhm.
righted itself when I turned my back.
She was a good little girl. She really
Oh,
was.
an electric heater with two hard to push switches turned itself off when I went to another room. Kitchen grills have turned on. Drapes have opened by themselves. I placed my purse on a small chest in our bedroom near the fireplace. I busied myself in another room preparing to leave for dinner in London. My purse disappeared and I looked and looked for it despite Zeri's impatience for us to leave. I finally found it wedged between the chest and the fireplace. There's no way it could have fallen that way. Very upsetting. The same night, the police, pulled Zeri aside and searched him, then let him go. RIA bombings in London.
Mm.
I would never stay in this house alone. When he leaves the house, I leave too. Christmas shopping or art
Yeah,
gallery
the man
hopping.
was attracted to her. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
So his energy is there
Yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So let's see what else is. Zeri arrived
'Cause I
this
think he
evening.
got caught in the fire too. That's how he died too.
Oh my gosh. Zeri arrived this evening before I returned and was upset. He experienced the sound of ice glass pouring down the chimney. There was no way this could happen realistically. Actually, it was more terrific, like a ceiling of glass caving in. The bedroom,
The fire. Mhm.
oh wow. The bedroom door banged shut several times one Sunday morning. I was at the top of the stairs. I think we were meant to be here to capture these forces and manifestations. I sensed great sadness for whoever occupied the
Mhm.
house
The
before.
the father looked like that, Rasputin. He was kinda
Really?
creepy looking, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's
I
see
love that he put that in
here.
memory of my mother. Isn't that
Oh,
sweet?
yeah. You will be forever in my heart. I already miss you, he says, because he just wrote a note at the end of this,
Mhm.
of her, this is
Yes.
her
In her
diary.
diary, yeah.
Um, and so one of the things that Vera shared with me before we went live, on air, I should say,
Mhm.
is that you were getting that the little girl that Zeri heard
Mhm.
was a girl that lived there who was being abused
Right.
by her
Father.
father. And you also said it was like walking on eggshells for the whole family
Mhm.
because he was just so
Mean.
mean.
Mhm.
And so that's what happened in that house.
Mhm.
So
The energy was not good.
so she
But the little girl makes the energy like
oh
there's a kind of, I don't want to say a balance, because how do you balance the dark, right?
right.
But there's the evil energy, because the man was evil.
Of course.
And then her bubbly, like I said, she was like your energy. She
Oh.
was very happy, even though she had to go through all that abuse and, things that happened in her family. So,
Right.
yeah, but her core was kindness, joy, that
Oh,
kind of thing.
because you were saying that he was abusing her
Mhm.
sexually and that
Mhm.
she was starting to get the age to where she was
Mhm.
going to tell.
Mhm.
And that's when he basically set wherever she was, I guess her room or someplace where he had her
Something.
on
But
fire.
he got caught in it.
But he got caught in the
Mhm.
fire.
Mhm.
And then they also said that there was hangers that they would hear
Mhm.
rattling at night. So maybe there was a closet situation
Yes.
happening there.
Well, he would lock her in the closet
Oh,
when she,
but
and
it's
not just her, the rest of the children too.
do you feel so his spirit is still trapped there
Mhm.
as well?
Mhm. Only because he doesn't want to go. This was his realm.
Mhm.
So that's interesting, huh?
Yes, it is.
I don't. Yeah.
Because he's not still haunting her, is he?
Well, he's not letting her go. So she needs to be set free because she can go to the light.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
And she
fascinating.
probably has been by now.
You would
You would
think. I was
think.
wondering. I was going to
Yeah.
ask you that question. I'm hoping so
Yeah.
because this has already been what? In
Yeah.
1986.
Because he's still the father. She still feels like she has to do what he says, kind of
Mhm.
thing. Even because they're trapped, or she's trapped.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting, isn't it? So she has to, well, hopefully, okay,
Yeah.
we're going to
'Cause
take a quick break.
yeah.
We'll be right back after this quick message. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is so
I know.
fascinating.
I kind of feel weird saying it. But
But
what
it's
I picked up was she died, but she's such a bright light, but it was such a traumatic event that she became earthbound.
right. So she's a
She's
ghost.
still in the
She's an
house
earthbound
because
spirit.
because she loved her room. That's her safe
Oh,
place,
mm,
except at night. But
right.
she had this little niche where, she would,
Yeah.
but he died also, right, in the fire. But he was a dark entity.
Right. A lost light
I lost light.
entity. We know
That's
what
right. I
you
keep
mean.
forgetting
It's a soul has
color.
lost its light.
Yeah. It's
So
nothing to do with skin color. It's
right.
soul color. So that's why I don't even like to say the light and dark, because why does dark have to be bad?
Right.
But anyway, but what I picked up was he didn't come back into life like they well, it's not don't always do that. They sometimes come back as an energy,
Right.
not just into a human form.
Right. Because you were just saying, and this is fascinating because we just discovered through you a new concept where, okay, so this lost light entity who was evil went to the dark realm, because we go to the other side. They go to the dark realm and then they wait to come back in life. But this one is in the dark realm and he's, in a sense, haunting her as an earthbound spirit. This makes a lot of sense too, because she was so used to in life listening to him or
Exactly.
doing what
Had
she
to do
was
what he
told, right.
said.
And so
And
this
she
is,
still thinks she's alive,
wow. Yeah.
but where's everybody at, kind of thing.
Right. Do you have a sense
So
that
she really loves it whenever people come, especially
Oh.
light souls.
Do you have a sense that she is still earthbound?
I do somehow.
Right.
I hope not, though.
We're gonna.
It's been what was 1980? Was it?
We're gonna 1986.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but what, almost 40 years or something. So I'm gonna have to find out. We are gonna have to find out where this place is.
Exactly.
We're gonna send one of our soul drivers, Nana,
yeah,
over in
there you
England,
go.
make a pit stop for us and help this little girl out.
Yeah.
That is fascinating.
Because it was way before World War II when there was a house there.
Wow. This is so interesting.
Isn't that
Wow.
how that cell memory that the earth has, the land,
Yes. Because everything, it just gives me chills. Everything that happened there was just explained. I mean, that makes sense. Everything, the fires, and then the bombing later, and the little girl, the hangers, that's where he would put her, everything. So when Barbara's purse, BJ's purse, when she put it there, and then the little girl, I'm assuming, put it between the fireplace and the.
No, he did that. She did.
So he was trying to be.
He was trying to move it. He was trying to get it to where it felt like in the fireplace. Instead of, but it landed there. Yeah.
Wow.
And then she came in. Yeah.
Wow, he is evil. Just anything to do something bad.
Anytime they felt uneasy, it was him.
Wow. Interesting.
And it was the little girl that touched her.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is just so amazing.
Yeah.
I just, maybe we can, what we could do? Maybe we could send our energy to this little girl.
Yeah,
we can visit her.
You definitely can do that.
Yeah, we can visit her in soul, when we're soul traveling at night or astral traveling.
Remember to protect yourself because he's around too.
Yeah, let's protect ourselves and we can.
Because he does not want her to go.
Yeah, we can focus on sending ourselves there, protected, visiting her and helping her to understand that she can go to the light. She's not chained to this person anymore, this place. So that's something that we could focus on. Yeah. That would be nice.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Well, thank you so much, Vera, for your insight. That was
amazing. Thank you, Zeri.
And thank you, Zeri, for sharing, your mom with us and your amazing tale that you experienced together.
I just got chills again.
I love it that one of the things too you said, Vera, was that you can see that she's really around him a lot.
A lot.
And so
they're very close, even on the other side. They're the same soul tribe.
That's neat. Yeah. So she is probably enjoying this.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, we hope that you enjoyed hearing all about this amazing account, ghost story / earthbound spirit that we're going to help.
Yes, ma'am.
And many blessings. And Vera,
journey with us.